I think ABL should be banned from Deadlock Night Shift. It's as simple as that. For I'm sure most people know, but for anyone who doesn't, this is the clip. He does this quite often, but this is the main clip.
Yo, that's newbie.
Shut up, nigga.
Yo, what?
He's known for just saying slurs, and I mean, obviously, again, I don't think it's an uncommon sentiment that a pro player should not be allowed to continue to play professionally, or should be allowed to continue to play with no repercussions. I mean, even if you're from some bad game, you would at least expect like a forced apology before they're allowed to play. But this is just sad. This is not my first time recording. I think my emotions are straight away from anger, if that this topic brought in me initially. There's two ways I hear defending this a lot. First way I'm not even going to engage with, which is like, oh, he's from Russia. That's common. They just say that. That's fine. I'm not. If you think that, click away. I'm not even combating that. That's not. We're going to talk about the second way, which the second way people like to defend this is that, oh, the game's small. In the future, when it's bigger, oh, obviously, a pro player won't be allowed to use like the N-word as a derogatory insult in future. But right now, I mean, the game's small, so it's fine. I'm not a huge creator in the grand scheme of things, but I think, I mean, this idea is a lot. I hope most people do not want him to be allowed to continue to play and are honestly kind of. I mean, I know I myself am kind of stunned that he is allowed to play. And I mean, obviously, again, it's not. I made jokes about this a lot, right? I mean, again, most of the community knows. You see it whenever he wins in Night Shift, which has been, I don't know how many times Abrahams has won in a row recently, but a lot. Like the chat is, oh, racism wins, power racism wins, and obviously those guys are joking. But the point is, like, we know that he does this, and he's allowed to, and no one. I mean, I think there should be at a certain point, there is an anger I feel for the Deadlock Night Shift community for being, I suppose, cowardly, and the easy way out is just to ignore it and pretend like it doesn't exist. But as exemplified by this clip.
Boom. All right, Chad, that was your last warning. The ban hammer's coming out. Fuck off. We don't need all the haters. We want the winners. And they're staying to the other side of the commercial break because we got game number 2. Jake's going to tell you why game 3 is coming. It starts with the draft. It's all fun and games here on the night shift. Quit being political, you douchebags. ABL, grow up. Stop using bad words. Welcome back to the night shift, everybody. I've been told by production that discussing whether or not racism is bad is good for engagements and helps with our sponsorships. If you're like us and agree that racism is bad, let's move on with the show as we get into game number 2. We got Jake, we got ZP on the mic. We've got 12 players playing for $600 plus any of the donations that come from the link below the stream.
I'm not even a Puckett hater. I initially saw this clip and I was like, oh, it's just a caster. Whatever this is. But I didn't think it was that bad until I learned he's a co-owner of Deadlock Night Shift. He has the power to ban this guy. He is one of the people who is actively choosing not to. And that's why people are talking about this again, and what I think is so aggravating about this. Again, it's the coward's way out to do nothing, to pretend like there isn't a problem. Now, I want to stress, I'm not calling for anyone to like attack Puckett. I mean, I am kind of calling Puckett a coward, but that's not like, I don't want to like I'm not telling you guys to spam him or like attack him as like a person. Again, I know a lot of people don't like him as a person, but this is not about personality. Please do not conflate, oh, I like people being like, oh, I dislike Puckett, or oh, I find Puckett annoying. That isn't relevant in this conversation. It's the lack of action. Sorry, it's this monitor. It's the lack of action. And I think the mentality that, oh, because this game's small, like later it'll be solved, is just, I mean, it's not even just cowardly, but it's bad for the future of the game. Every creator and player you choose to support, you choose to platform. Obviously, no one watching this video is like platforming a pro player, but anyone who we choose to let be a major influence in this community is going to be some of the best, like the best team in the game. A player on the best team in the game being, a piece of shit is going to be echoed in the solo queue lobbies, because naturally, when someone's good at the game and you see someone, again, any creator, whoever, the community is going to emulate them. That's just how everything works. And especially when a game is growing, when someone's allowed to do this and be like this, we are just poisoning the water of this game and the future of this game that I love. And that is what is even more, I guess, again, saddening to me. Now, what am I asking for? Because I'm not just asking for this video to well or to make this video to just shout into the void. I think I think the sentiment is very common. I think the vast majority of people think he should be banned. I just want people to say that. That's it. I just want to hear this echoed around. I want to hear people talking about it in deadlock communities. Don't spam. Don't force it into every conversation. Still allow people to like exist and talk about deadlock. There's ways that this has and can be done that are bad, but like just don't force it, but talk about it. If people mention him, talk about him being a racist piece of shit. If you are like in it, I don't want, again, I really want to stress, I don't want spam. I just want I want people to know that this is something that everyone wants. And I myself am going to, every streamer I have in my DMs, I'm going to like ask them to just say, or like publicly say, fuck ABL. Like, let's remove him from Deadlock Night Shift. That's all. And, if you, again, don't spam. And if a creator is like, hey, I don't want to, which, again, nothing might happen. I don't know the Deadlock Night Shift community. I mean, they seem like good people. I have not talked to any of them individually. I think they're all generally good people. And again, I hope this will be easy. But if it's not, and they don't take action, I am just making enemies by doing this, right? So I understand, and anyone who joins me is just making enemies. So I understand, if people don't want to, just let them, is what I'm saying. Don't judge people who choose not to. Please just ask people to echo this sentiment. If you have contact with anyone at DLNS, if you're a creator or just a person who maybe are in I'm hoping in 5 days he'll be banned off the next night shift, but I think that's very optimistic. But if he's not, and again, please don't spam, but go into their chat and once be like, hey, we don't want him here. We don't want you platforming him. That's it. Again, just type it once. And the more names we get typing that, I think the better, the more people we get calling for it. Again, I hope this will be easy. And that's all I'm asking for. If you have contact with them, tell them. Anyone who works there, tell them. Because right now, we are creating the future of Deadlock, and anything, and anyone that's allowed to exist, say anything, or be a certain way is just affecting how the community as a whole will act. Let's not ruin this amazing game, please.